Happy Monday and welcome back to a new week in my teacher life. If you're new here, my name is Emma. I'm a second year first grade teacher. This is a new weekly vlog. If you are new here, I vlog my week as a first grade teacher. I am just getting back from maternity leave and I would love for you to subscribe if you are not already. It's already like 8:15, 8:20, so I don't have long to chat with you. I got here about 7:30, 7:40 this morning, a little later than I wanted to. I was planning on having like one day a week be the day that I get here early and get everything done. It was gonna be today, but it just didn't happen and that's okay. I am pretty prepped for the week. If you did not watch my last weekly vlog, I will link it above, but I had a work due on Friday and then we had spring break. So I'm feeling very good though, very rested. I had a really good restful spring break and just got to, it kind of felt like I was back on maternity leave, which is kind of a tease, but I got a lot of rest. I got to hang out with family and friends and it was great. We didn't go anywhere, but it was still really nice. We're back. It's my first like real full week since being gone and hopefully it'll be a good week. It's supposed to rain all week and be cold, even though it's spring now. We have a really fun week planned. I kind of shared about it at the end of my last weekly vlog. We're starting a PBL this week and it's going to take up a couple weeks about zoos and zoo animals and all that kind of stuff. So I will talk more about that in depth later. But good morning. We're gonna have a good day. Yeah. You found some what? Really? Nice. Good morning. What are you doing? You had an eventful spring break, didn't you? We've been working on art controlled, yes?
Yes.
Yes, and we know that whoa, hold on. AR says what? What's it say? Oh my gosh, are you guys awake? Are you asleep?
Yeah.
AR says R like a pirate. Good. So if I have the word, don't say it out loud. If I have this word, I know that is. You know what this says. Ready? One. Oh, I'll give you a second. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Barn.
Nice. Okay. We also learned. Let's see if you remember this one. Okay, ready? We'll do that in just a second. Won't take long. Think about what this would say. You remember? No, that's AR. Remember, this sounds like a car.
R.
Sounds like you're hitting the brakes on a car. There you go. So if I have, can I give you a hard word?
Yeah. Yes.
Are you ready for it?
Yeah. Yeah.
You say so. Here's your word. No. You know what this says? Do you see the digraph too? All right, 1, 2, 3. Herb. Good. Okay, this week we're learning a new one. Do you see it on your paper? Or.
That was gonna be your last
That was your next guess. Do you know what an oar is? Like if you're rowing a boat and you use an oar. Have you ever seen that before?
Yeah,
okay, ready?
I've seen
No?
that before.
Have you seen a paddle like in a boat?
Yeah.
Okay, that's called an oar. So get your oar. Good. Okay, are you ready for some words?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here is your first word. I'll underline our OR. And OR says what? Or. Good. All right. Say it in your brain. Say it in your brain. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Torn. Great job. It says the same thing that OR says. It says or. Good. So, don't say it out loud. What would this word say then? Say it in your brain. Say it in your brain. So if this says or, add that beginning sound and you have the word. Are you ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Sword.
Good job. Ready? You ready?
Yes.
I'm giving you hard words today. One, 2, 3.
Horses.
Ooh, what do you think? Horse or horses?
Horse.
Good. All right, you guys, it is my lunchtime now. We are having such a fun day. My lunch is actually almost over. Today I'm having a delicious lunch because I have my leftovers from my Green Chef box we made yesterday, and I wanted to thank Green Chef for sponsoring today's video. Y'all know I love Green Chef. We made this like balsamic chicken and tomato and mushroom. It's so good. We made it yesterday, and I always get the 4 people box so that way I can have leftovers for my lunches. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for living a healthy lifestyle. Green Chef makes it so easy to maintain healthy habits with wholesome and delicious recipes delivered every week. Their ingredients are pre-measured, prepped, and are delivered right to your door, contact-free, which makes it so easy. You can enjoy fresh, organic, seasonal ingredients through Green Chef's delicious recipes. Their meal plans can include keto, paleo, balanced living, plant-based, anything that you need, they have. Their recipes only take about 30 minutes to cook and have easy step-by-step instructions that even I can follow. This balsamic chicken is so good. And also in this box, we got this like zucchini flatbread pizza, and we made that Friday night, and it was so good that we made it for lunch Saturday as well because we were obsessed with it.
This is the best pizza I've had, and there's no meat on it in a very long time.
Really? Like better than
100%.
really?
And there's no meat.
I know.
I don't like meat.
It's so
This is
good.
really good.
I also love their meals because I wouldn't think to try any of these recipes on my own, but once you get the recipe cards, we always save our recipe cards and then we can make it again in the future. But like that flatbread pizza we saved, we will be making that very often. It's so good, and this chicken is delicious. Thank you to Green Chef for sponsoring today's video. We genuinely love Green Chef. We get so excited when their boxes get delivered. It makes our life so much easier, especially with me being back to work now. It just saves you so much time, so much energy, and we really truly love Green Chef. So thank you, Green Chef, for sponsoring today's video. Make sure you check out the link in my description. You can get $130 off across 4 boxes, and you can get free shipping with your first box. Additional restrictions apply. See greenchef.com/terms for more details. Thank you. Make a smart choice with where you choose to sit, please. Alrighty. All right, this book is called The View at the Zoo. Raise your hand if you have ever been to a zoo. Oh, just raise your hand if you have ever been to a zoo. Your last sentence, I want you to write, I know that. That's what I want you to start your last sentence with. Write that and then put your pencil down and look at me so I know you're ready for the next direction. I know that. Your job is to write as much as you can about what you already know about your zoo animal. So let's say that I chose penguins. Let's say I chose penguins. What's something that I could say, I already know this about penguins? What do we know about penguins? I know that they waddle.
That they play on the bellies to slide
They slide on their bellies, absolutely.
from the water.
Good, they have warm fur. That's a lot of really good facts, right? Okay. That's what I would have written if I was writing one of these pages. Your job is to write as much as you possibly can about what you already know about your zoo animal. Does that make sense? I want you to keep working until I say stop. Any other questions before I send you to work? All right, go. Okay, it's my plan time, and I'm feeling a little bit flustered. I don't really know why, because I definitely got a bunch of stuff done on Friday at my work day, and so it's not like I have this huge crazy to-do list, but for some reason I'm just feeling like a little bit chaotic. We're having a great day. This morning we did our tier time. This week we're working on OR, ORE, OAR. That went really well. And then so for their traps, normally we would do morning meeting and then morning journal, and instead I gave them some time to go look at their traps with their group because they'd already like seen them, they were excited about them, but I let them like go over with their team, look at what he did, read the note, and then I took their picture with it. I let them like decide amongst themselves what they wanted to do with it because I didn't want those in my classroom anymore. So I said, you know, divide it up or give it to somebody or get rid of it. And so we did that. And then for their journal, normally for Monday journals, they get to write about anything they want. It's just like a free write. Today I had them write about the leprechaun, and it was still up to them what they said, but I wanted them to talk about what he did, talk about their traps. I made them write 4 sentences and they did great. And then dropped me a picture. And then we did morning meeting, lunch. We silent read. They did partner reading because I had an even number today, and they did actually pretty well. One partner group was so cute. They were reading Elephant and Piggy, and so one of them was elephant and one of them was piggy, and they like, one girl read all of the words the elephant said, one girl read all the piggy words, and I just thought that was so cute. And then for writing, we started our zoo unit today. Here is what we did today for the first day if you want to pause. Building up existing schema, reading a book about a zoo, talking about what we've seen at zoos, what we know, what animals we'd see at a zoo, and then they picked their favorite animal and like wrote about what they already knew in their journals and why they like them and all that kind of stuff. And what they don't know is that in a few days they're going to be a zookeeper, and their specialty will be that animal. So they're going to like research it, do this whole research project on it, and then present it. So we introduced that today. They don't know the extent of it, but they did so well. Let me find a notebook. I just had them write in their regular notebooks. I didn't have like fancy paper. Okay, so I gave them, if you pause that, I gave them the starting sentences. This is how much this friend wrote. And I made them, when we got to the end, say, I know that, and then just write as much as they could for like 5 minutes, everything they know about that animal. This is how much he wrote. He was so excited, and like a lot of them wrote about this much, which is way more than we've ever written. But we chunked it up and I pushed them, and they did so good, because if I, you know, expect them to write me 1 sentence, they're gonna write me 1 sentence, but they can do more, clearly. So I'm so excited about that. Then for math, we did a write the room with fraction practice. So that showed me we need to review fractions more. We have a test review tomorrow, but a lot of them flipped it. Like instead of 1/4, they write 4/1. So I just need to review that as a class, but other than that, that's about it. It's a rainy day. I'm feeling a little bit sleepy, but Jordan slept through the night last night, and that was amazing. So I don't know if it'll ever happen again, but it was so nice. And so I can't even complain about being tired, because I mean, I still woke up like 5 times because I was like, why, what's wrong? Why isn't she awake? And I've woken up at like the same times so many like days in a row that my body just naturally woke up at all those times still. But it was such a gift. So, and I forgot to say this last week as well. They lifted the mask requirements. I still am wearing a mask, but like a lot of my kids aren't, and I just love seeing their little smiles. I've never taught kids without masks on, like besides student teaching. My first year we wore masks the whole year. This year we've worn masks the whole year until now, and so this is my first experience teaching kids without masks, and their little faces are so cute. They literally look like different kids. It's crazy. So I'm still wearing a mask just because that's what I'm comfortable with in Jordan, but it is really exciting to see their little smiles. So I'm talking really fast because I need to get some stuff done. So I will probably catch up with you again tomorrow. As I unpack all my stuff, because I don't have long to talk today. My mother-in-law's watching Joe today, so on those days I don't get here very early, but it's all good. I was jamming to some old school T-Swift this morning, like Fearless album and like the original debut album. It's a very rainy, dreary morning, and so that was like exactly what I needed to kind of get me in a good mood for the day. So we are gonna have a good day. We're gonna continue our our zoo stuff today. I'll show you my plans if you want to pause. So this is what we're doing today, if you would like to pause. So basically, at the beginning, when I start a theme or a unit, at least the first day is just kind of building on what they already know and kind of like pulling out what they already know and building that baseline, especially like for kids who don't really have any existing schema or existing knowledge about the topic. So for zoos, for example, some kids have never been to a zoo. So I have to kind of, you know, set that baseline, that foundation of what a zoo is, what a zoo does, what do you find at a zoo. And then today we're doing the same thing, but for zoologists and for zookeepers. So we're gonna watch a video about a day in the life of the zookeeper because some kids might know exactly what that is and know all about it. Some kids may know nothing about it. So I wanna kind of like even the playing field, if that makes sense. That's how I start all my units, because you just never know like what certain kids have experienced and what others haven't. So you kind of just have to start there to make sure everyone has that pre-existing knowledge. So we're gonna watch a video of a day in the life of a zookeeper, which I think will be really fun. Then there is this graphic organizer I found as a freebie, and we're gonna take notes about what we found that a zookeeper does. And I made a list of things I want them to say, like they have to prepare the food for the animals, they have to clean their cages, they have to learn about the animals. That's a big one because that's their job this week, is to learn about their animals. It's just gonna like set the stage for tomorrow. We are doing a test review today, so their test is tomorrow, and I just always make like a game with like PowerPoint slides where there's a question, they have to write the answer on their whiteboards, and then they'll show me. And last year I played Stinky Feet a lot, and I have yet to do that this year, and I'm not feeling it today either. So this is what I made. So like this comes up on the board, they have to write the answer, then they show me, and then I reveal that the answer is 3, and if they get it right, they get a point. What shape has 4 sides? The trapezoid. Which has 6 vertices? So stuff like that. And I'm just using what I used or made last year. So yeah. We started talking about what this week? Do you remember? Raise your hand if you remember yesterday.
Zoo.
Yeah, we talked about zoos, and then we talked about our favorite zoo animal. Not if you remember. I'm gonna give you 20 seconds to share with your team and listen to your team as they tell you what their favorite zoo animal was. Go. Wrap it up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, almost all of us stopped at 0. That was almost perfect. Thank you. I want you to get a good up close view, but if we can't handle it, we can just go sit in our seats. Capiche? All right. In just the first, how do you hit play? Just by pausing the first second of this video, what do you see? Oh my goodness. What do you see? You see a zookeeper. I think he might be a zookeeper. I'm glad. Keep brainstorming. Yeah, if you're finished writing, be brainstorming. What else do zookeepers do? They have to feed the animals. They have to clean their cages. There's one that I'm looking for. So zookeepers have to... They have to learn about the animals that they're taking care of. Don't you agree? And he didn't know what his animals ate, and he tried to feed them something they didn't like. Would they eat it? Would they be very healthy?
No.
You have to know and learn. So your next one is they have to learn. And then you get to pick the very last bubble. Deal? A zookeeper, but not just any zookeeper. Sit down. We have to talk about something. We have to talk about something important that we should have talked about a long time ago. Freeze. Give me your eyes. Put your pencil down. This. Do you think I want this?
No.
You need a what to start out with?
Head.
You need a head. Correct?
Eyes. Nose.
Yes, then you need the details. Listen, freeze. You need your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your ears, your hair, your eyebrows, all the details. No. Is this good? Does that look like me?
No.
No, there are no details.
Alright,
are you ready
I'm not ready.
for my news?
Looks like I'm ready.
Are you ready for my news?
Yeah.
Something is happening tomorrow besides Stinky Feet. Which, by the way, don't forget Stinky Feet's tomorrow. So you still need to wear shoes to school.
On the bus
Okay.
and on the ground.
And when you get in tomorrow, keep them on. I will tell you when we will take them off and we'll do a whole thing. Okay, cool. All right, yes? Are we bringing toys to school?
No.
Are we bringing stuffed animals to school?
No.
Just, we're taking our shoes off. Are you ready? Also happening tomorrow, we have a math test tomorrow. So, holy moly. So, we're going to play a game today to review. Get your marker.
I'm not ready.
Here's your first question. Question 1. How many rectangles are there? Write the number on your board nice and big. Drum roll, please.
Wait, hold up.
If you wrote the number 3, give yourself a point. Are you ready?
Yes.
Which shape has 4 sides? Which shape has 4 sides? You may either draw the shape or you may write the name of the shape. Write it, hide it. Which shape has 4 sides? Alrighty. It's my plan time. Sometimes when it's plan time, I'm like, I got a million things to do, go, 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 super productive. And then sometimes I'm like, I think I'm gonna eat a snack and scroll through TikTok. And I'm thinking this is a snack and chillin' kind of plan. My kids, you guys, I don't know if it's probably the weather because we haven't gone outside at all today and it's 2:30, so that's a long day. They are 1,000 out of 10 with their energy. I have had to redirect all day long, over and over and over for the same things we've been doing all year that just suddenly they forgot. I've just been struggling with like kids staying focused and like I just have like a handful that are trying to be super funny and really honestly need advice on how to handle it. And they will shout the dumbest stuff in the middle of a lesson, in the middle of me teaching, or in the middle of like what's supposed to be productive time. They will shout things, literally yell as if no one else is around, as if I don't exist. Like chicken nugget or something stupid, or like just make stupid noises. And I'm so over it and I can't seem to like stop it, and I can't seem to like get us back on track. I did get some clips of my writing lesson from earlier. We talked about zookeepers and that went really, really well, I will say. They did a pretty good job, and I did my like on the fly, I did the people drawing lesson. I have been meaning to literally all year, and it's the middle of March and I just now mentioned like how to draw people versus just doing stick people. I wanted to do it at the beginning of the year, and next year I will write it in my plans to do it like the first few weeks of school. And Maylene actually mentioned it recently and it reminded me that I still needed to do it. I just did it on the fly and I could have done it so much better, and I could have made her beautiful anchor chart, and I'm sure she taught it so much better, but I did it in about 30 seconds and it was kind of a mess. But I will say their drawings were so much better of themselves than they've ever been. I'm gonna eat a snack. What we said, put out a new podcast because it's Tuesday. They're literally the highlight of my Tuesdays, so I'm gonna listen to that and eat my snack. Good morning, you guys. Happy Wednesday. I just got to school and had a very big coffee. I also did not sleep great last night, but that's okay. We are going to continue our zoo unit today. I forgot to mention this, but on Monday they actually earned their warm and fuzzy party. So if you don't know, I use warm and fuzzies in my classroom, and when they earn all 20 in the 20 frame, they earn a warm and fuzzy party because they make my heart feel warm and fuzzy. And it's when we, you know, follow expectations, follow directions, do something really well, whatever. And they earned that Monday, and they voted to have a Stinky Feet day. So today they are going to get to take their shoes off in the classroom, and I told kids if they felt more comfortable like bringing slippers or something to wear instead of just being in their socks, like they can be in their socks, which I think a lot of them will probably choose to be in their socks because they think that's cool. But I also said they could bring slippers to wear, which I brought slippers to wear, and I'm actually really excited about it. Let me pull up some words here. Okay, now give me your background and then you can be done. Oh, absolutely, please. Okay, but I'm gonna work in all of the art control, not just the one we're working on this week. So, let's mark it down. We're gonna do our actions together and review real fast. AR says R. ERIRUR say OR, ORE, and OAR. What do they say? Okay. Your first word is acorn. Acorn. Tap it out. A. Or. Acorn. All right. So the first sound should have been what letter? A. A. Ooh, you said C and you said K. One of you has to be right and one of you has to be wrong. Are you ready? That's okay. They sound the same. It was a guess. Or. You both got this. Or. That's your R controlled. And then what's the last sound? Just took my kids to counselor. I don't have a ton to share yet because we haven't done much yet today except for our tier time, which went really, really well. Wanted to tell you what we're doing for our like writing and our Zoo PBL today. So like I said yesterday, Monday and Tuesday was just building up existing knowledge, pulling out what we already knew, watching some videos, things like that. And then today we're actually starting our research. So they've never done any kind of research before, any research project, anything like this ever. So we're taking it really slow. That's why it's gonna take me like 2 weeks, because I'm really pulling it apart so it's not like super overwhelming and it's something that they can handle. Because I know that they can do it, but if you throw too much in one day or you expect them to do all this in one like hour, it's just overwhelming. So we're gonna go really slow. And today we are starting a research, but that is all that we're doing today because they've never done research. They don't know what it looks like. They don't know how to research. And so that's what we're spending our whole writing block on today. They are gonna I have checked out a bunch of nonfiction books from the library of different zoo animals. And then they're gonna look through those as well as get on the iPads and research about their animal, look up pictures, YouTube videos, things like that of real animals. So just kind of giving them the skill of research and showing them what it looks like to research. And then tomorrow we'll like kind of go back to our research and we'll pull out different facts. Our tier time this morning went so well. I let them take off their shoes, and I've never done a stinky feet as a reward. Like my kids have just never voted for it, and it's so fun. I had a few bring slippers. Most of them just wanted to take off their shoes. I brought slippers and they just had a blast with it. I am also working on sending home notes, like positive notes. I like to send one home a quarter. Obviously I did not send one home since leaving, but I want to send some of those home. I have like a list and I just check it off once I send one home with a kid. I have PLCs at Plan. So if I get done early, I'll talk with you at Plan. I have not been staying after school to update the vlog because I want to get home to my daughter, but I don't know. I'll talk with you when I talk to you. We'll see. We are doing something really exciting today. However, if we don't listen and show balance, which means knowing when it's time to work and when it's time to play. What do you think it's time to do now? Yes, we have to show balance, and now it's time to work. If we don't do that, we don't get to do this, and this is fun. Deal?
Deal.
Okay. This week, our theme is zoos, right? So far this week, we read a book about zoos. We learned what we can see at a zoo, and we picked our favorite zoo animal. Not if you remember doing that on Monday. We wrote about our favorite zoo animal. Yesterday, we learned about what job? Yesterday, we learned about a job. What job did we learn about?
A zookeeper.
A zookeeper. Who can tell me something they remember about zookeepers from yesterday? What else?
They research about
Oh, thank you. What's that word that starts with an R that said?
research.
What is it?
Research.
What is research? It's research.
To learn about animals.
Research is when you learn about just animals or learn about anything?
Anything.
Right, research is when you learn about things. Where do you do research at? How do you do research? Today, you are now a zookeeper. Congratulations, you are hired as a zookeeper. And your specialty is whatever animal you picked on Monday. So if you wrote about how your favorite zoo animal was an orangutan, you are now the zookeeper for the orangutans. But one of your jobs is to know about what? Right, so what do we need to do?
Research.
You need to research, because do you already know everything there is to know about your animal? You know a lot of stuff you proved on Monday, but do you know everything?
No.
No. I have a bunch of books that I will lay out. If you see your animal on a book, you can grab it and look through it. We are also going to get on our iPads and we're going to do research. So I'm going to show you what that could look like. So what would I need to do first? I am on the internet. You know what button the internet is?
Yeah.
I'll show you on your iPad. It's that little, it looks like this. Do you see my mouse on the bottom?
Oh yeah, no.
Or it looks like the blue circle that we've used for Epic before. Okay? So that's the internet. So now I'm on the internet. How do I research? It's not going to know what I want to look up. What could I look up? Okay, so somebody give me an animal. Somebody give me an animal I can research. Hippos. I'm going to search the word hippos. Woo! We got a lot to work with here. There are lots of options. You can look at different websites that show you and tell you, of course mine's going to be slow, about your animal. This is a good one for research because it's giving me a bunch of information about hippos. And that's what I want, right? And then if you go right here, there are videos of your animal.
I want to see videos.
Listen, this is important. Give me your eyes so I know you're listening. You are allowed to watch videos of your animal. Does that mean that I can get on YouTube and look up whatever I want to watch? No. Does that mean I get to watch a TV show, but it has a hippo in the TV show, so it's fine? Is that research?
No.
Is that teaching me things about a real hippo? No. What about, let's look right here. Does this look like this video is going to teach me something about hippos?
Yeah.
Probably. Could I watch this video?
Yeah, what?
Sure. We are having the best day. We got to go outside for recess, first of all, which I didn't expect to go outside today, and so that in itself is a blessing, and I feel like it's made our day so much better. For writing today, they did their research. I meant to record me, maybe I did. I think I did record a little bit. I've been trying to record more of me teaching because I know that's what a lot of people like to see. And I wish I could record more of the raw in the moment stuff without including my kids, but privacy, whatever, it's hard. So I did try to record a little bit, but we talked about research and what research is and what researchers do and how to research, and they did so well. I was so expecting several kids to not several, but there's a couple that I totally expected having to just give them books and not be able to use their iPads, and them abusing the power of being able to look up things on YouTube, and they did amazing. I didn't have to have anybody stop using their iPads. They were so intrigued. They loved watching real videos of their animals. They loved looking at pictures. I also, which this is something I need to try to do during this playtime, they also found me a picture of their animal, and I'm gonna go print them, and then they're gonna put them on their poster once their research is all done. But I don't think I'm gonna get that printed and prepped today, which I don't need to have that done until I think Monday. But they picked that out. For math, we took our math test, which, you guys, this was kind of my mistake, trying to take a math test right after all of that fun. They were so hype and excited, and then we went right into work mode. But they did so well. This math test was like the easiest one of the whole year. It was shapes and fractions, and I forgot, this one's like the easiest test all year. So that did work out pretty well, and we actually got done a little bit early, and they did so well. I started grading their tests. That's another thing I need to do. They did so well, and I had to really like rein a few friends in. They were being silly, especially because we still didn't have our shoes on, and like I had to threaten recess because I had some friends just saying silly comments or saying answers out loud when I would ask the question, and they would do it, and I had to say, if you speak out again, you will owe me a minute of recess. Didn't do it anymore, which I don't like to do that, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. It's been a really good day. We also just got done like kind of planning out a little bit of our field trip, which is exciting. It's gonna be at the end of April. We're gonna go to the zoo to kind of wrap in all of this zoo talk, and I'm just in a really good mood. It's a really good day, which is funny because I think I said earlier, last night was not a good night for Jordan and I, and I'm like so happy that it was a great day and I'm feeling good, and I'm just grateful. Some days are really hard, and I always want to share that side of teaching, and some days are so fun and there's so much joy in learning, and I just am smiling and having fun all day, and that's been my day today. And I want to share that too, because I feel like there's a lot of teaching right now that is scary and scaring new teachers, and again, there is a time to like share hard moments, and I'm not going to stop sharing hard moments just because it scares new teachers, but at the same time, there is still good in teaching, and I still love my job, and I still feel like it is the best job in the world. Even though it can be hard, it can also be so fun. I've been in my slippers all day, kind of being silly with my kids, and just having so much fun and feeling so much pride in their growth, and I'm just feeling really happy today. So I just blabbed with the time I had left, so I need to go get my kids. It's a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, I just dropped my kids off at library. We're having a really fun morning. We had tier 2 this morning, and I need to like reevaluate my tier groups, but the group that I had this morning was my group of like the friends that are a little bit above grade level. So we got to do some harder work, and it was really fun. They are going to fill out these really basic graphic organizers today, and I just put together the like kind of final draft. I have these little squares that they're going to write their facts on, and then yesterday I had them all pick out a picture that they liked, and I printed those out. So today we're gonna find where their animal lives, eats, where it lives, what it eats, and then a couple of fun facts that they're gonna add on their poster. So we're doing in writing. And then since they took their math test yesterday, which I need to finish grading, we are gonna work on clocks today. We're gonna start that unit. So what I do for the first day, and honestly the first several days, is we just have these old-fashioned little clocks. They sit on the carpet, and I just go really slow, and they manipulate, and I show them, and I don't know, I don't really have like a scripted plan. It's just kind of messing with it, talking about it. I don't know. That's the plan for today. My outfit of the day, I am hopeful that this is the last day for me to wear a sweater to work, because it's like cold and rainy again today, and then tomorrow it's supposed to be 60, and it's just supposed to keep getting like nicer and nicer. So I'm wearing my favorite sweater on my last day of wearing sweaters, and then I'm done with them. I'm gonna pack them up. I'm gonna send good spring vibes, and I'm done with the sweaters. So this is my favorite sweater. It's from H&M. My favorite Old Navy black jeans, and these little black booties, and these really cute earrings that my sister-in-law got me, and I'm obsessed with them. They're so pretty, and I wish that we were in school on St. Patrick's Day, because I totally would have worn these. So it is my kind of plan time. I actually just picked up my kids to specials and then immediately took them to recess. I don't really have that long to talk with you. I need to go get them in 5 minutes. I had a super productive plan period, so I didn't have time to talk to you. I will quickly catch you up on our day. I don't even think I really got any footage of me teaching today, just because the stuff I was doing, like I couldn't really film. So for writing today, they're in, here's the board still, but basically they filled this out, which I just stole from my teammate, and it's super basic. Their animal, where they live, what they eat, and then 2 fun facts. At least a lot of them did like 3 or 4 fun facts, and they did this with their iPads again. And today, since yesterday I kind of just gave them free reign to research and learn how to research, today I was more specific, and I said I didn't want them just watching YouTube videos. I wanted them to be either reading things they found online, or what I recommended for most of my kids, unless they were like high enough to read an article, which some of them are, was to go on Epic, and that worked so well. They went on Epic, they searched Fox, and they read every nonfiction book, which it was a good review of fiction and nonfiction, listened to those, read those, and still had pictures, and that was the most successful form of research for them, because I obviously don't have all the books in the world. So that went super well. So they had to find where they live, like their habitats. I talked about like penguins, for example. I said if my specialty was penguins and I'm making their enclosure and their habitat, I want it to be something that they normally live in. And so would it make sense for me to make a habitat for my penguins that is a desert climate, that's dry and warm? No. What do penguins actually need? I need to know that as the zookeeper. Same thing with what they eat. I need to know what kind of food they eat. I need to know if it's a carnivore, if it's an herbivore, what it likes to eat. And for, I'm talking so fast, I'm sorry. And then for math, we started time today, and it was so fun. I always love teaching time, even though it's kind of tricky for some kids. It's really fun to get to introduce it in 1st grade. I taught it in 2nd grade, and it was still fun, but it was a little bit harder. 1st grade teaching time is so much fun because they've never had any experience with it before, and so I get to be the one to like show them and introduce them a clock, especially nowadays that everything is digital. They were so excited. They were so proud of themselves. We talked about how the hour hand is a shorthand, and then we talked about o'clock, and I had them put their hands up like it looks like when it's o'clock, and that helped solidify when the minute hand's on the 12. It's o'clock, and that's all we're working on this week is o'clock. That's what we did in math. Then I took them specials. They're at recess, and I need to go get them right now. So it was a really fun day. It was like yesterday where I just feel really grateful today. I feel like today I finally am feeling back in my groove. I've just been kind of playing catch up and like trying to get back into the rhythm of things since being back, and I feel like the first week was just such a wild week and it was new. This week, now that it's been a normal week, I remember how to teach, I remember how to do all this. Like I just got a bunch of productive planning and stuff done, and like I remember how I did it before and my systems, and it's been really nice to feel like, okay, I'm back, I got this. So I'll see you tomorrow. Starbucks this morning because I am so sleepy, but it's Friday, so we're gonna have a great day. I got a venti, which I never get a venti, but I needed it. A venti iced, like the shaken, brown sugar shaken espresso with oat milk. Never tried it. It is pretty darn good. I needed some actual espresso this morning, and oh, this is really good. Let me show you my outfit. It's so casual. I changed like 5 times this morning because I just wasn't in a mood where I wanted to wear PJs to work. I couldn't do that, so let's go this way. Okay, so Target sweatshirt. I have on these Old Navy jeans and then these shoes from Old Navy, and I love these little sneakers. So today, because I got done more than I anticipated yesterday during writing, since they got done their whole like outline, we're gonna do a little extension on what their animal eats, and they're gonna get a paper plate and they have to like fill the plate with what they're going to feed their animal with. I haven't decided if I'm just gonna have color, or I might do construction paper because I feel like it'll look better and it will take them longer. And while they're doing that, I am going to pull kids and like read their sentences with them and give them corrections if they need to, so that way when we transfer everything on Monday to these that will go on their poster, they can just like copy the sentence, even though they will have written the sentence this way. It's like correct spelling and stuff. We've had a really fun week. I'm really enjoying this zoo unit, you guys. I feel like I'm gonna add this in every year and just keep making it better and better because I have so many ideas. Like my team teachers are making dioramas of their habitats, which I did not plan to do that, but like that's so fun. Maybe I'll do that next year. And like one of my team teachers had a zoo day where they dressed up like their animal and they presented it, and parents came to the zoo and like asked questions, and they made like their big habitat across the room, and like so many fun ideas with this one little project, and I'm really excited. This is kind of the time of year where it gets into a lull, and even though I can't really complain because I haven't been here, it's still just like the kids are feeling it. I mean, they needed something like exciting and something to push them, and I'm very proud of them. So yeah, I'm gonna quit blabbing. I will talk to you maybe at plan. Just like that, it's the end of the day. Except not just like that, because holy moly, it's been a day. We actually had a great day, like a really good day. We've had such a good week just overall, and I'm really grateful for it, but I am beat. And today was one of those days, you know, where I just never get like a second to breathe, where my name is being called every 5 seconds, and I feel like people are literally coming up to tell me something at every moment in the day, if not like 3 kids at once, at literally every moment in the day. Like, I am not exaggerating. I don't think I had 5 seconds today when kids were in my room where one of them wasn't trying to talk to me. So I didn't even have time to plan. I was with my team, which was great, but I just need like a quiet, silent drive home. So I'm not really in the mood to talk at all. Like, I just want silence. I don't even want to hear my own voice. So I'm gonna end the vlog. Hope that you enjoyed. I think this is a really long vlog, so let me know if you enjoyed it. If you made it this far, leave me a comment and tell me how you found me on YouTube, because I am really curious, and I also like to see who watches the whole vlogs, especially when they're really long, and I'm pretty sure this one's really long. So thanks for watching. Thank you for being here. Make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss all my vlogs, and I will see you next week. Bye, friends.